So welcome again. In this video we shall learn how to draw and explain histogram in Stata, and we start by definition, and we are saying that a histogram is a type of bar chart that shows the distribution of a continuous variable. So one thing that you have to note is that this type of a bar chart shows the distribution of a continuous variable. It is not about discrete variable or a categorical variable, but it is about the continuous variable. How is a continuous variable distributed? So it groups data into bins, or what we call intervals, and shows how many observations fall into each bin. So we shall have several bins, and then we shall see how many falls into that particular bin. And then we are also seeing that unlike bar charts for categories, histograms are for numeric variables. They are for continuous variables, just as we said here that histograms are for continuous variable such as price, income, and age, because these variables are continuous or they are numeric. So common shapes in histogram, we have three major shapes. We have what we call the symmetrical or the barrel shaped, or what we call the normal shaped. So you're saying that data is evenly distributed around the mean. Data is evenly distributed. The keyword here is evenly distributed. In other books, they will say it is normally distributed. And then we have the skewed right, or what we call right skewed or positive skewed. We have a long tail. In this case, we have a long tail on the right. And then we have left skewed or negatively skewed, where we have a longer tail on the left. So a good example is this one. So this is what you are calling the normal skewed, the symmetrical skewed. It is normally distributed. There is an even distribution of the data. And then this is what we are calling the positive skewed, because the tail is wrong on the right. You can see this tail is wrong on the right. And then you have the negative skewed, which where you have a wrong tail on the left. A wrong tail on the left, that is negative skewed. So these are three major shapes that we have in histogram. So now histogram helps us to understand whether a data is normally distributed, or it's skewed to the right or skewed to the left. If it is skewed to the right or to the left, then it means that that data is not normally distributed. So to conduct this, or to draw histogram in Stata, so we go to Stata interface. First of all, we clear the data that we have. So we write clear, and then we import the data again. So we use example dataset that we have. We go to example dataset, and we shall use SP500 data. We click use, and then the data is fed into the Stata interface. You can see it is SP500 data, which is, we can click here and see the data. You can see in the data is from 2nd January 2001 up to 31st December 2001. So it is 1 year data. So we have the open price, date, we have date, open price, high price, low price, close price, then volume, and changes of the prices. So now to draw a bar chart, we come to graphics, we click graphic, then we go to draw histogram, we come to graphics, we click graphics, then histogram, and this pop-up will open, pop-up window will open, and then the price that we want, we put price on the variable. So we want to draw a histogram of open prices. Then we use data, we click here that data is continuous, our data is continuous, and in the y-axis we can choose different things. We can choose density, you can choose fraction, frequency, or percentage, but for this case let us go with density. And then here you have bar properties. You can click on bar properties, and the field color you can remain default, opacity can remain 100%, field intensity. You can play around with these bar properties. So for this case, let us click, and then we see the histogram that we generate, and this is the histogram that we have generated. So this histogram has already we have already included the normal curve, so we can go back and first of all remove these curves and see how it appears without them. So what we have to do is that we go to graphics, we go to histogram, and then here in the density plot we remove them, and then we click OK. So you can see this histogram, it looks like it is normally distributed. You can see it is more of a normal distribution. There is no much skewness to the right or to the left that we can see. So that one is normally, you can see it is normally distributed. But then how do we put a normal curve here so that it can tell us whether it is skewed to the right, to the left, or to the right? So to do that, what you do is that you come here to graphics, you come to histogram, then you come to density plots. So you check this add normal density plot, and then you can click line properties. Maybe you can change the color of the line. Maybe you can put it, you can say maroon, let it be maroon, then you click accept, then you click OK. So you can see we have added our normal curve. So you can see this normal curve looks more like this. It is a symmetrical shape. It is normally you can see that this data is normally distributed. So you can see it is normally distributed. So that is how you do a histogram, and you explain to see whether the data is normally distributed or it is skewed to the left or to the right. Thank you.